Another episode of the Crime Press Compton here, y'all. AKA Jimmy J, AKA J the Legend, AKA the best in the business. But we gonna start it off. The Eagles the NFL just released the schedule. Eagles. We gonna run down the schedule real quick. We're gonna start off week one. We got opening night against the Cowboys. You know we gonna slap, brother. We gonna bring the Cowboys. You know Cowboys always start every season. They act like they world beaters, and then so the Cowboys. We ain't sleeping on the Cowboys because they can still beat you. But most likely we gonna win that game at home. It's a home game. So I see that I see it opening night them by at least 10 to 15 points, if not being a blowout. At least a 10-point victory, at least. And then the second game on the schedule is in September. September 14th gets the Chiefs. That's going to be a tough game against the Chiefs, even though we blew them out in the Super Bowl. But I think we still should win that game. Even though it's going to be at Arrowhead. Arrowhead is a tough place to play. But I think we should still win that game. Still winnable game. But we could lose it starting off the beginning of the season because it's the beginning of the season. But most likely we will win the game. The Chiefs don't match up real good with us. Third is the Rams. I think that's another winnable game. Against the Rams. We beat them in the regular season, then we beat them again, but it was a lot closer than what it should have been. Because Jalen Hurts didn't make the right play. He made it a lot closer than what it should have been. It shouldn't even been that close. He would just ran the ball instead of trying to throw it. Ran the clock out. At that point in time, you just try to run the clock out. It's snowing. The weather is bad. You don't try to throw it like that. You just hand it off to Saquon. They can stop the run. So you just pound the rock. But I think at the beginning of the season, we should just pound the rock. But they gonna try to do like what the Chiefs do. They're gonna try to stop Saquon and make us a little bit more have more of a balanced attack. And then we got week 4, the Buccaneers. Yeah, the Buccaneers. The against the Bucks, we usually have problem with the Bucks, and especially during the regular season. We did beat the Bucks in 23, and this past year we had problems because we had AJ Brown out, Devontae was out. On people we had is Goddard and Saquon, but we didn't use Saquon enough in that game. Cause we get head of the sticks, we run all day. Saquon and do this time around. I think we should win this game. Yeah, but we usually do have. If everybody's healthy going into that game, the Bucks game, we should win that game. Yeah, we got receivers out. We got then we might drop that game, but that's a tough game. The Bucks, but we did beat the Bucks in 23. We actually kind of almost blew them out. And then we win the player of the game. Yeah, with a man down, Jalen Hurts. But if everybody healthy in that game, we win. If they not, then we end up dropping that game. But the next week 5, we got the Broncos. They're great as a team, but they struggle on offense. So we come out with our A game. We should blow still beat the Broncos. It might be a tight game, but we still should beat them. Then we got a Thursday night game against the Giants, which we should win. Giants are trash. They're gonna have Russell Wilson that most likely they starter. And then they drafted a rookie. I can't think of that name they drafted, but to me, he is nobody. He's supposed to be a second round pick anybody. But Russell Wilson is most likely gonna be starting in that game. The rookie they got, they ain't gonna play him until probably like week 12 when they mathematically get out of it. You know, it's an Amazon Prime game too. Then you got week 7 versus the Vikings at 1 o'clock. We match really good with the Vikings. That we should beat them. Then you got the Giants again, week 8. We should win that game too. Then week 9, the bye. November 10th, Monday Night Football versus the Packers. We should win the game against the Packers. Then we got a tough game against the Lions. But I think we matched up really good with the Lions. I don't think this was that tough people making it sound. Yeah, I don't. I don't think it's as tough as people making it sound, but all these games is winnable games. But the Lions was gonna be a tough matchup. I think we should still win that game. I only see maybe two or three losses games we might drop. Cause we gonna lose one at least one game in the division. We might split against the Commanders, and that's about it. So we'll get the Lions. We face the Cowboys. I think we're gonna win that game against the Cowboys. We're gonna sweep. I think we're gonna sweep the Cowboys again, and we might split against the Commanders. But then we go against the Bears. I think we'll win the game against the Bears, and then we go against the Chargers. I believe that game we go either way. I believe we'll win the Raiders game. Commanders, I say we split, and I think we'll beat the Bears. But that's our the Charger games that is on Monday night, week 14. Week 15 is the Raiders. We win. Week 16 is Commanders. I believe we'll win at home. And then week 17 versus the Bills. We better be ready to rest. And then week 18 against Commanders. We might lose one of those two games against Commanders because by then we'll be resting players. Yeah. Yeah, but that's the end of this segment. Let's go to the next segment.